We welcome you once again to continuing coverage of the 2025 Tim Selinske U.S. Masters, this PDGA major brought to you by Innova Champion Disc. We are back here once again in Oso Canyon. It's been a crazy uphill trek through the first 9 holes of this course. Now we get a little bit of reprieve on the back now, a little bit more level, maybe a little bit more downhill shots coming up.
Just a few more. There's still some good long bombing holes. That's what you want when you have a lot of uphill. You're looking for the reward in being able to go downhill. Taking a look at the leaderboard here, see as we make our way through the front 9, Nate Sexton is slightly ahead of us and taking the lead here at 15 down.
Yeah, a couple names making a charge up that leaderboard. We're going to start things off here with the lead card on hole 10, a par 3, just 194 feet, but it is a lot of elevation and a lot of tight lines. There's this middle gap here, which kind of, a lot of people don't really take. They're going further wider right and then letting the disc crash back into the pin, avoiding some late trees on the right-hand side. Some stable putters, some mid-ranges, maybe even some drivers just trying to get that left-hand finish to get back in towards the spin to give yourself a look for the birdie.
Yeah, this is definitely a hole that you do not play blind. You need to know exactly where you're going.
Sit. Yep. Can be about 25 feet or so left for Paul for his birdie. Not quite giving it the height needed to crest the back half of that hill there for Daniel.
Let's turn it over. Is it stable enough to come back?
It was starting to.
Yeah.
It got clipped up by a late tree. I like the angle there.
That's good. That's good and stable.
Oh, but it's a bad reaction.
Oh, yeah. And that's one of the things that happens when you have this rocky terrain.
Mm-hmm. Pete going to be first to act outside the circle there. Looks to be about 45-ish.
Ooh, good run.
Mm-hmm. See Cale's disc there on the side.
Just looking at him.
Yeah, Daniel out here about 40. Yes!
Oh, wow. Great putt.
Uphill connecting. Getting our first run back of the day, brought to you by Flight Factory. Big thank you to FlightFactoryDisc.com for sponsoring the run backs the rest of the way here. Great putt there for Daniel. Tough one, too, with that footing.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering what Cale was going to do. I saw that cactus was right by his foot.
Got it.
Managed to avoid being pricked and sticking it in the basket there.
Circle's edge there for Cale, sticking it home. He was a little upset when he got up there and saw where his disc was because he took the inside line. Didn't quite understand how his disc got over to where it ended up. Paul looking to make it 3 out of 4 on the birdie train here.
Yep.
Punches his ticket to get on board.
That's how you want to start off the back.
And Pete left with this for his part.
There you go.
We did not lose focus there. That could have easily bounced off the cage, and then you ended up taking a bogey on a short hole.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it many times. That's why I'm not a pro.
All right, hole 11, par 3, coming in at 264 feet. He's going to play a lot less than that. You see it's ranked right in the middle of the pack as far as difficulty. It's really all about controlling the downhill speed of the disc and trying to land and stop close to the basket here. We have a few trees to try to avoid, and there is a drop-off behind the basket. Well, not a drop-off, but the remaining slope of the mountain behind the basket. But very easy hole to get as long as you can execute the shot off the tee. Paul going a little forehand here.
I like the forehand play. There's a big gap there to work with.
But that's the thing. I think he was looking for some ground play, and it's just you can't count on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of rocks there on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Standstill here for Daniel. I like this. Okay,
he got some ground play.
Yeah, it's going to be circle 2.
Like ideally, I would say you just want to basically land in the rocks.
Okay. It's hard to see where they actually end up down there. This looks pretty good too for Pete. Oh, gets to roll towards the pin.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. There's the action that everyone else was looking for. Daniel first to act here. And this is a nervy putt because you know if you don't, my goodness.
If you don't do that right there,
yes,
you're in trouble. But if you're Daniel Polk, you don't have to worry about that. Another Flight Factory run back. Catches right side and drags it on in.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know what else is awesome? Flight Factory is actually running a flash sale on all of our Let's Run It merch. 40% off Innova discs, our shirts. Head on over to flightfactorydisc.com. Take advantage of the sale while it's going on. 40% off all of our Ace Run Pro stamped merch. Big thank you again to Flight Factory. As Cale just hammers it from Circle's edge like it's no big thing.
Yeah, we saw Paul make that miss, and I'm not sure how.
Whoa.
Dr. Smooth there kind of fumbled up. All right. Pete has the best result from the drives. Let's see if he can capitalize on it, and he does.
Sure does. I did want to quickly shout out Dylan Owens getting the ace on hole 11. Well done, Dylan.
We'd love to hear about that. And there, Paul's able to get it in for the par.
God, the views here are just incredible.
We're Dirty Birdie, and we make disc golf accessories that are just freaking nice.
Because we're people just like you, and we like when things just make sense.
Like our towel, which doesn't drag on the ground. That's why we put the grommet in the middle. You're supposed to put the ground on your towel, not the towel on the ground.
Or our metal mini. It's like every other mini, but metal. Like a metal credit card. Nice.
And our main product, the Holy Grail, bird sauce. Imagine if chalk was easy to apply, lasted way longer, was smaller, easier to store, didn't get everywhere. Oh, and it works way better than normal chalk.
Yep, that's us. Just clip, squeeze, rub, and throw with impeccable grip for the next 9 holes while your hands stay perfectly grippy.
So get saucy with Dirty Birdie. We can say that, right?
I don't think that they would misconstrue what we're trying to say there.
All right, welcome back to the action. We are on hole 12. This is one of my favorite holes out here. Par 3, 334 feet. It is a left to right turning shot. Turnovers, forehands. Really the turnover, I think, is the optimal play here to get yourself a look as this basket slowly winds its way back over to the right-hand side. Relatively level shot, too, which is so rare on this course. So it's great to see something that you're kind of used to.
Not only is it level, but there's like, there was another level hole, but there was still danger by the basket.
Yeah.
This right here is like a regular disc golf.
Oh, beautiful shot.
That wasn't a regular shot. That was great.
Daniel Polk has quietly gotten to 5 down all of a sudden. And it's looking at 6. This one...
It's turned over. I don't know if it's going to maintain that. No, but he's circles the edge. Yeah, he still has a look.
Pete getting that drift over to the right. Is it high enough? Just a little short. Going to be C2 there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to imagine this is a rock here. For Paul, it's drifting beautifully over to the right.
Coming out of it and just...
Oh, it's so good. That's one way to not get big putty. Just put it right by the basket. Pete with a floaty bid.
Yeah. See what happens when you feel comfortable?
Yeah. Cale with the birdie. Good putt.
Yes.
Right in the heart.
See, he's walking slower to the basket this time after.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. This course never stops trying to get you with elevation, with the groundhogs, everything. It's out here.
Good putt.
Finally, we get to Daniel and Paul's drives.
Man, I hope Paul can sink this. I really hope he can get this in.
Hoodie down, focused. Got it. Oh, look at the energy. See, when it's flat ground, you can run, you can frolic, you can have fun.
Look at that. All right, hole 13 is a par 3 coming in at 394 feet. You got this window that you want to play out of off the tee, and then you need to decide which way you're going to attack the green. There's a forehand play, a straight play, a hyzer play. You have a lot of different options. You just got to pick the one that works best for you and get to the green. Again, a relatively flat hole. There is a little bit of danger around the green as far as the guardian with the bushy trees go. Looks like he's going up and over to the right.
Yeah, after watching him play this round, I realized that there's a hyzer opportunity. Daniel's going to take it.
And rightfully so.
Oh, my goodness.
They don't have bullseye painted, but that has to be bullseye, right? And it just came in like a dart.
394 feet on a dime.
Sky hyzer at that.
And he threw it about 450 to get it there.
Cale's doing a little flex, and it's not going to work his way back, though.
Yeah, it gets hung out there, unfortunately.
See, he went inside the trees that day and went around. I mean, he has some sneaky power. I didn't expect
He does.
Paul taking the traditional route
Get under
there.
it. Oh, man.
And that's the danger of going that way. Early trees. Well, not early, but before you get to the green. Oh, he got the good little lift there over the trees. And that'll find him inside the circle. You have to do a little dancing with those bushes there.
Yeah, about circle's edge. Oh, stepping up and firing, getting it inside the circle there. He'll have that left for his par. Cale threw before I even knew what was going on, and there it is.
And got a little Homer Simpson impression going here.
Yeah, he's going to do the old Barry Schultz here.
Raise the foot.
Yep. So he's just outside the circle, conferred with his card mates. This is so tricky to do. And we probably can't even see what he's aiming at.
Oh, what a bid, though. Oh,
Really?
my goodness.
So good.
Like, this is the craftiness, right? No one practices that.
No. Paul for par, got
Par
it.
safe. We still haven't got to Daniel's drive yet.
No. He's going to be last to go, probably. Oh, no, there he is. Unbelievable.
Bird.
What a shot. That brings him to 7 down.
How did not go in, dude? Out of my hand, I was like, I got it.
On to hole 14, par 3, 330 feet. Relatively wide open hole here. Really just dealing with a little bit of down elevation at the end. So it's just a matter of kind of throwing a mid-range, maybe even a putter or approach disc to about 30 feet or so, and then just trusting that your disc is going to get slowed up and maybe stopped by that back log there at the end of the green.
Yeah, the one thing to be mindful of off the tee is that there is OB behind this basket, which typically there isn't a lot of OB on this course, but this is one that where it can come into play.
He's just pinpointing these hyzers.
Yeah.
That is so good.
I'm going to start throwing hyzers again. I used to throw hyzers. Then I started doing Cale stuff.
Oh, but Cale.
Okay, maybe I'll do Cale stuff. I'll stick doing Cale stuff. As long as I can execute it like him.
Let's see. Paul can do both. What's he going to choose? Kind of a mix of the two.
Kind of.
Swing.
Oh, his went out further right than I thought it was, but he's still inside the circle there.
So 3 looks for birdie. Pete looking to join the club and make it 4 for 4. Throwing a buzz or a buzz SS. I didn't quite see what it was.
Looks. I'm going to say a buzz.
Little early there, caught up on the bushes. So who have the longest? I'm assuming he's going to lay this up here. Yes.
Yeah.
Smart play. No sense in having it run away from you and leave yourself with a long par look.
Right. That's what we call taking your medicine.
Yeah. Man, 8 down. Daniel.
Yesterday I said the back was easier at the other course.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to say the same thing here. They're just.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Daniel's cart, it's green. It's just.
Yeah, he is tearing up this back 9. Paul doing his best to keep pace here at 6 down. Cale with this left to get to 5 down. And you look at Paul. Paul's taking 2 pars. Cale just with the 1 par. So yeah, these guys are definitely much more proficient here on this back 9.
Yeah.
And you're also not having to deal with just constant climbing and zapping your energy.
Your membership dollars have a huge impact on the growth of the game of disc golf. The PDGA uses membership dollars to provide and aid disc golf as it spreads across the globe. From tools like the PDGA app and Tournament Manager, services like the TD Helpline, and grant programs that support the growth of disc golf globally. Your active membership also brings you access to select member benefits, including free and discounted access to the Disc Golf Network. So sign up today, and we'll see you out on the course.
All right, hole 15 of par 3 coming in at 391 feet. You got this OB area that is apparent by the fence that you have to walk through. There is a drop zone over here to the left, but then you have to, this is one of the sneaky uphill ones. We didn't expect to see this on the back, but it's here. But this is the most uphill that we'll be going on the back half here. If you can get up to the pin from the tee box, I would suggest doing that so that you have an easy putt.
Daniel's been doing that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. His hyzer line is in there. Let's see what he does. That tree's in his hyzer way.
Doing FX4 flip up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that works too. Man, that's like the power to get there is way more than the 391, and it's I don't know. It's just impressive.
That's tee to green. That's 3 of the best consecutive drives I've seen in a while. He is just dicing up these holes right now.
Joe has managed to stay inside the circle there off to the left. I think he'll have a look from where he is.
Paul looking maybe to flex on something stable and let it fight back over. Nice and wide. Is it wide enough?
Oh.
Yes.
I don't even know exactly what he got that lovely kick from, but
Yeah.
he needs to think that, whatever it is. Kept him inside the circle.
Pete, a little too much flip on this one.
Yeah.
Gonna stay on that right side.
So Pete will be up first.
Pretty simple approach there.
Yep.
Executes it well. No sense making the game any harder than it needs to be. For birdie.
Ooh,
Just a
over
touch
the top.
high.
Hopefully it stayed wherever it ended up.
This is Paul for birdie. Got
Yes.
it. Another green check mark on the back 9. 7 down overall for the day. And this is for a 6-pack.
Ooh. It's a little scary there, but
There was some headwind, like just as these guys were stepping up to
yeah, you can
putt.
see the trees moving now.
Yeah. But in is in, and that is 6 in a row on the back 9 for Daniel Polk, who was officially on a serious heater.
Yes.
19 down overall.
Oh yeah, you can tell the wind. Look at Cale's shirt.
Yep. The wind has arrived.
It was funny. I want to say we had a little bit of wind on hole 1, and it's been calm ever since then. But now it's picking back up.
Yeah, and we're slowly making our way back towards the area that is hole 1, so it kind of makes sense. Kind of
yeah.
swirling around that valley. Hole 16, par 4, 688. These two kind of big trees in the middle there that the drone is flying by. kind of define the right side fairway. There's also a flip up line here to get you somewhere to about 100, 150, maybe 200 feet to the pin. Then you gotta work your way around these last sets of guardians to a pin that is slightly guarded over here towards the middle. OB long road really should not come into play for these guys, but one that with a big drive, you just want to get yourself inside of 200 if you can for your second shot.
What line is he going to take?
Heiser, big ol' Heiser. Kind of stumbled off the tee there.
Yeah, so you look back.
And it's going to be in a decent position there, maybe a little more left than he would like to be.
The spotter here did say that two players from the MP40 hit the basket off the tee.
Oh, what?
Yes. One of them was straight. He hit the basket. I think he sat down. The other one came in on Heiser. Managed to get between the trees and like was hitting the cage. Not just like the pole. Hit the cage, but he ended up going towards the OB.
Wow. I like that line there for Cale.
Is that going to swing enough back to the left? It's swinging, but I don't know what's over there. If it's going to hit trees and fall. Oh, no. It looked like it came down rather clean.
Yeah. I think the right side kind of takes a lot of the pencil trees kind of out of play for the most part. Left side seems to be a little bit more punishing and jail-like. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
If you're on that right side there, you kind of have a cleaner approach.
Yeah.
Looks like he's lining up a little straight forehand at it underneath. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Goes wide.
Yeah. Good way to kind of control the speed and good enough.
Yep.
About 20, 25 feet.
Mid-20s, yep. Pete going to be about the same.
Yeah.
That looks smooth there for Daniel.
Wait, was that Daniel or was that Cale? I can't tell. That was...
That was Cale Leiviska.
Okay. And there's Cale.
There's Dr. Smooth. It's so buttery.
And like he I don't know if he controls the landing. Like he gets in between trees and stuff. Like
Yeah.
normally I'm aiming at the tree and I'm mad if I hit it because I wasn't trying to hit it. But like just goes like butter between them. Just like that putt, just butter.
Nice putt there for Paul. Continuing the hot streak on the back nine as well. 8 down on the round.
I don't know if it's too early to point out, but there is no red on any of these scorecards. Just green and
Green
pars.
across the board, yeah. Green and gray.
I know, you're right. I know I scared you off that.
Birdie there for Pete Ulibarri. Cale with his birdie. I mean, this is one that you expect these guys to get.
Yeah.
I do got a shout out. There was one eagle on the day here. Let me just pull it up here. Mike Palma getting the 2 on this one. I wonder if that was one of the ones that hit the basket.
It hit I want to say yes and hit and stayed. All right. Hole 17 is a par 3, 352. You have a lot of trees to get through here midway through the flight. But once you get through those, you probably get a little bit of ground play and skip over to the basket. I think the right hand, backhand is the only real
Viable option.
viable option. You do have the road to worry about as far as being OB on the right, but hopefully that doesn't come into play. I did see someone on the card in front of us have to contend with that. Oh,
No.
yeah. That's the mid trees that you have to deal with. You either have to get under it or around it or to the right of it.
Yeah.
That right there went to the right. He's coming in on Heiser. Nice ground play. Now stop.
Check up. Gonna be a C2 look there for Paul.
Yep. Looks like he'll be clean though. Unobstructed. Cale went to the right and low, trying to get some ground play, but his skipped more forward than it did coming back. So he's in C2. He kind of not what he expected there. Pete taking a similar route. Is he going to get the same kind of straightness? Hey, is this?
Whoa. That came closer to the road than I think he wanted to or
Yeah.
intended to.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great little.
He's got all the facets of the game.
I want to see him do. I want None of these courses allow for roller, but I want to see him do it. I know he can. I know he got it.
Good approach there for Pete. This is Paul looking at birdie here.
Unobstructed. Basket's in the way. Looks a little high.
Yeah.
And
gonna leave himself about 20 left.
yeah.
Just outside circle here, about 40 feet for Cale with some heights to deal with. Centers it. And gets poked in the head. Man.
Great putt. Bad mini pickup.
Yeah. He's okay though. He's intact. He's had a rough round. He's falling. He's getting attacked by trees. There's a lot going on for Cale here.
Paul to make this with his par. Thank
Got
you.
it.
I'm trying to get all the way through without any
red
bogeys.
here. Yeah.
Without any bogeys.
Just one hole left. Come on.
Ooh,
Yes.
That was a little nervy. I was a
Gets it
little
in.
nervous how we hit the chains, but it stayed.
Couple of drop-ins.
All right.
All right. One hole left. It's a complete round 2. It's been a fun one.
Big Disc Golf doesn't want you to know about this. It's called the band system. That's B-A-N-D. Buy a new disc. Sure, you could spend hours practicing, but you've tried that and you're still back. And at discountdiscgolf.com, the prices are so low, you can band without breaking the bank.
Before B-A-N-D, I was just B-A-D. But now, I own more discs.
So what are you waiting for? Get on the bandwagon today at discountdiscgolf.com, because cheap discs are better. It's science.
All right, we're closing it out here. Hole 18, par 4, 486 feet. Very much gettable for this division. An eagle definitely on the table. High hyzers pushing straight and then crashing back over to the left-hand side. Just around this last big pine that you see here is where the basket is situated. Again, OB long, the parking lot there, the roadway. Really should not come into play for these guys for the most part. They're just trying to get themselves up and close as they can to get themselves a look for the eagle and hopefully just have at worst a tap-in birdie.
I wasn't paying attention to the ranking, but I'm pretty sure that this is one of the easier holes on the course.
I would assume so. Cale, that captain's thrasher.
Look at that thing, just going, falling, and
Turning the catch cam.
yep. And that's
Beauty.
just outside the circle there.
Yeah. Going to be about mid-40s. Daniel loves the hyzer.
His favorite shot. And that works.
Himself a look from there. Yes, Paul's taking the inside line. I like this. Just needs to start finishing now. And does.
Oh, wow.
Well
He is-
inside.
Yes.
Outstanding drive there for Paul Oman.
I think I need that wraith that he threw. I need that one. Because the 15 that I have don't fly.
Come on, PD.
Pete getting a little bit of drift
Oh,
coming right at
okay.
you. Oh, and that's going to be a look as well.
Yeah, everyone has a look of some sort.
Daniel going to be up first. After taking his only par on the day so far on the last hole, looking to erase it with an eagle and just comes up short. He'll have that left for his birdie.
Wait, his only par on the back.
His only, yeah, sorry, on the back. Yeah. Get it.
Oh!
Goodness, what a run.
That's a good bid there.
It was. Cale about 43. Yes, for the eagle. What a finish for Cale Leiviska. Another Flight Factory run back for Dr. Smooth. Knocking it home to close out with 2 big putts. And this time he doesn't get attacked by a tree. And a drop in basically for Paul.
Yeah.
Wow. 3 guys at 20 under.
Well, Paul's
21 now.
Eagle didn't get a run back. Why?
Strong finish for the lead card. Enjoy this beautiful scenery here at Oso Canyon.
All right, taking a look at the back. Look at that right there. No red in sight, just birdies, pars, and eagles. That's what we came to see. That's what we want to cheer on as we move.
Move on to moving day. And there you see Daniel Polk, 21. Needed it to remain up top. Paul Oman, Cale Leiviska, Nate Sexton shooting up the leaderboard, back on the lead card for round 3 moving day. It is going to be a fun one you do not want to miss as we head back over to Moon Mountain for moving day. I can't wait. I hate the climbing, but I can't wait. Big thank you to everybody for checking out the coverage so far here. Make sure you check us out on all of our socials at Ace Run Pro. Give us a like, a follow, subscribe, help us grow as we continue to get closer to the 50,000 subscriber mark. Thank you so much. Thank you to our Ace Runners for making coverage like this possible. And we'll see you right back here for day 3 from the Tim Selinske U.S. Masters Championships.